G'day everyone and welcome back. We are playing some more Savage Lands. As I said in the last playthrough, doing this because I'm waiting for Pathfinder Kingmaker to come out and I'm trying to come up with something to do. So when we last left off, we'd actually just been killed by Krull. So we'd gone in and tried to fight him. That's our dead body over there. And we had died. Now, I've played a little bit in another playthrough since then. I'm just going to pick up a few things here. And I get that shirt. There we go. That'll do. And I will take Stone Hatchet. Does 6 damage. Flint Hatchet does 6 damage. Let's take the Stone Axe for now. But really won't pick up a huge amount of stuff. Let's take the shield though. We're going to wait for dayfall before we go and pick up all of our stuff. Yeah, I've played a little bit offline in another account which I deleted after I played through a little bit, and I actually managed to kill Krull. And there's a wolf spirit over here that you have to kill as well. I can't remember if we saw that in the last episode or not. So I managed to kill both of them and go over to the next island, and that was the other thing that was a little bit interesting to see, was that when I last played through, there was actually nothing to stop you just walking over to the next island. So yeah, that was a little strange. What we need to do now, though... Damn it, we don't have... I feel like I've almost got to risk it and try and get our stuff without getting killed by Krull. Or Cruel, I think I worked out it was pronounced. Don't have a hammer, I need one. If we're going to mine anything, I was thinking I need some flint and some wood. I can get wood, of course, with my axe, but I'm trying to get any flint. Now, I think there's a flint node right here. That there is a flint node, but trying to get flint with the axe will not be the best option. So I played through, and what I'm going to do is try and sort of reproduce what I managed to do. So the only thing that I really want to try here is building up my armor, and rather than trying to use that two-handed axe, which I'm terrible with. Krull's near again. Damn it, I'm not going to be able to get my body. Hang on. I don't like my chances. I don't see him yet, but it does take a little while to pick everything up. And I really just want to get out of here. Pick up the bags first, because without them you've got nothing. And there's the axe there. Okay. So let's head back to camp and rethink what we're going to do. Basically, what we are going to do is get some better armor, because we've only just got the rarest. We've only got cloth armor and some leather arm guards. So it's wolf killing time, because occasionally when you kill wolves they drop fur, and so you can make from normal animal hides, from deer and things, you can make animal hide armor, which is these boots. You tan that to make leather, which is that, and then you add rivets to it to make it studded leather, and then you can add fur to it to make it fur armor. And the fur armor is the stuff that we want because it keeps you very warm, and at the same time it is very good protection, better than the tin armor that we can get, and we probably still will get a suit of tin armor because eventually, if we can get over to the other islands and get more different types of metals, you upgrade tin armor to copper, then you upgrade copper to steel, and then you upgrade steel to... I only know all this because I just looked through here and you can see. So you start with animal hide, and then to go to leather you have to have animal hide, and then to have studded leather you have to have leather, and then if you want the fur lined you've got to have studded leather. Right, and so we can do all of that, and then there is this spirit stuff which needs studded leather, but you got to have oh no, that's... why did I not go to the spirit? I looked at that and said I couldn't do it. I thought I needed iron ingots. Math. Damage reflection 13, warmth 20, compared to damage reflection, damage reflection 15, warmth 32. So why would you go to the spirit guard tunic? Good against ethereal based attacks from spirits and apparitions, provide an average amount of physical and cold protection. Maybe that's good again, good protection from the wolf spirit, and maybe even cruel. I don't know. But I managed to kill... I killed the wolf wearing studded leather, and I killed Cruel wearing the fur armor. And dual wielding like I am now, but with a tin hammer and a tin axe. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for again. So a few things we need to do. We need to go on again. I think we need more storage. So I don't know what we've got. I want to just realise a few things here. So we've got Boar's Tusk pouch there. Savage Bag of Adventure. Boar's Tusk. Boar's Tusk, Boar's Tusk. Boar's Tusk, Savage Bag, and the Battle-Worn Rucksack. Let's put the bow down here. Let's get the arrows out of here. And there. And let me see, that's a tin helmet. That's the face guard of metal, damage reduction 2, damage reduction 5. So let's just switch to the better damage reduction. Leather boots, animal hide boots. So we've already got leather boots, and we've got a leather tunic. So let's switch to that. So I obviously did have full leather armor when I went up against Cruel, but we need to do better. We don't seem to have... we've got 2 tin ore there. So to make another chest, we need nails. And I think... what do we need to do nails? Nails. We need 3 tin. Okay. So, our biggest thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get more tin, and the best way we're going to go and do that is we're going to unload as much stuff as we can, and we're going to do a complete circuit of the island. And it's quite large, but there's a number of places where there are tin deposits, and I'm going to try and hit all of them, and then come back to home base. But if I can just get 1 load of tin here, enough to make some nails, I can make another chest. and I can then put all my stuff that I'm not going to carry in that chest. Good, we've got some more tin here. So let's mine this. Ideally, I really want to get into tin weapons as soon as possible as well. I mean, we've got the tin axe, the tin great axe there, but as I said, it's pretty slow and cumbersome. See, let's just do a little comparison here. There's the tin axe, so let's put that in that slot there. So in number 3 slot, ready. Got my little count, got my little timer on my OBS here. I'm going to do this for 10 seconds and we'll see how many swings we get in. So, ready. And now. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Let's be generous and say 6, because the 6th one did come in right on just on the edge of the 10th second. So now, let's have a look at these. So you can swing both weapons, and you do them alternatively. So he said 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There was definitely 13 in the same amount of time, so it's one extra little hit. Doesn't sound like much. So 13 is one more than twice the number of swings with the great axe. Now, what is interesting is that, generally speaking, when you look at the details of the weapons in here, you will see that all of the single weapons do about half the damage of the two-handed weapons. So let's look at the tin axe here. It does 24 damage, whereas the tin battle axe does 48. And similarly, the tin hammer also does 24. So if I'm swinging both a hammer and an axe for 24 points of damage, and I can get 13 hits in there in 10 seconds, whereas I can only get 6 swings of the axe, that means I'm doing an extra 1 or an extra half of the damage that the battle axe, the big axe, can do. Doesn't sound like much, but it worked better for me. I found it easier to keep on target using both weapons like this, and I would spin around my opponent like that, and I seem to have much better control, so that worked well for me. Okay, so we want, where are we? We want to forge some nails. Great, and now if we come here to the, where is it? Wooden chest, we just what am I missing? Oh, crafting table. Come back over to the crafting table. Wooden chest. Bang. Wonderful. I might put this chest over here, near all of this stuff. So just drop it. And now we can just fill it. It's got way more slots in it than the other little thing. I'm not going to take that axe with me, because as I said, it just doesn't work well for me. Let's start filling up the rest of this with stuff that we do not need to take with us. Ooh, we can make another bag. Let's keep that. We're going to... do we need... No, we don't really need to make another bag, but we've got the stuff there in case we want to make another bag. Don't need the flesh. I'm going to keep the skins with me. I'm going to keep the ore with me. I'm going to keep the leather strips with me. I'm not going to keep the ice with me or that salt. I'm not going to keep that bone dust and soul remnants. I'm not going to keep. I'm not going to keep this with me. I'm not going to keep the water with me. Whoops. I'm not going to keep the logs. Oh, sorry. Leather bound with me. So that was animal hide boots. I don't need to keep them. Face mask of Millock. That's not worth keeping, although there is a way to upgrade that to make it better, I think, than the tin helmet. I'll have a look at that in a sec. I don't need to keep the cloth. I want to keep this meat naturally. I want to keep these nails. The minor howl we don't need on us. I'm not going to take that with me. I've got to keep the bandages. I don't want to take the shield with me. So let's just close that up for a second. Actually, I don't think I really want to keep the nails with me now that I think about it. I don't need them. Whoops. Okay, there's nothing in there. Sticks I rarely need, so I'm not going to take them with me. Horse tusk pouch. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep those stones. I'm not going to keep that coal with me. I can get some more of that. I am going to keep that flint. I need to make some more arrows. I'm going to keep the sinew with me, just because I don't want to be without that. And let's keep some of this stuff. I don't need to keep the head with me. In fact, I'd get rid of it if I can. Cooked rabbit meat we will keep. Those ingots we won't. Cloth shreds we will keep. And the whetstones. I'm not going to keep those with us. Okay. So let's... How are we doing with all that? Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good. And let's just expand those out. Right, so let's pick up all this other junk here. And put them away as well. So we're not leaving junk lying around. So that patching kits. Isn't that a patching kit? No. Patching kits. Which one is that? That one. More bones. We don't need that. Rotten meat. Bark. Some more of that. Was that everything? Yes, it was. Okay, cool. Oh, we didn't want to take fresh water. We don't need that. Don't really need to carry all these animal skins either, actually. At this point, there's not a huge use for it when we're out and about. Okay, let's cook up this meat. Oh, we had some more sinew down here. Sorry about that. We're going to put those arrows down there on the bar so that we can keep an eye on them. And then we're going to put that meat down there as well. Okay. Before we go any further though, how many... got enough flint to make one more lot of arrows, I think. Don't expect to use a ton of arrows while I'm out and about, but also, if I got all the good armor and stuff that I want on, pretty much the tin helmet, the leather tunic, leather arm guards, and leather boots. Actually, I should just check and see what I need to turn this stuff into studded leather. I think it was tin rivets, and if I've got enough ore to just make some of that, That would be good. Damn it, I just realised that my playback is probably flickering a little bit. That's not good. It shouldn't be. Let's take down this tree. Let's just do one more for now. Right. See what we can set up here. More arrows. Very good. We're at 20. That'll do us for a little while, I think. And we'll check on what we need to make the studded leather. Just tin rivets. Can we make tin rivets with what we've got? Let's have a look. To already have its rings, rivets. We just need iron and coal. Not iron. Did I get rid of all my tin? Not tin. Yes, I probably put all my coal away. There's one lot of rivets. Actually, we already have one wolf pelt as well. That will come in handy. Grab that. We've already got that tin ingot. Nothing else we can use there, so that means we can go rivets, tin, craft, then over here we can go studded leather gloves. What are we missing to get fur-lined gloves? Fur-lined arm guards is rings, tin rings. So let's make them as well. I think we just need to make one. Oh, I don't have enough to make another tin ingot. Damn it! That's alright. Did I have enough over here to make the boots? I can do the boots, or I can do the tunic. I can't do both. Well, definitely worthwhile doing the tunic. Okay, so let's put those back on. Go. And let's put this stuff back away into the chest, because we don't need to carry these around. That'll do for now. Okay. Check my settings here. Ah, there's my problem. It lost my resolution settings. 16 by 9. There we go, that should stop all the flickering. Yeah, that looks better. I think. It's a little bit of flickering every now and then if I do something, but it's not as bad as it was. I am going to need some coal. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably don't need much coal. I think I've got like a stack or two in that chest. Stone there. There's flint over here, which I don't need a huge amount of, but I'll get a little bit more because I do want to make some more arrows when I can. Right. So there's skeletons and stuff all around here. I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time chasing them down. What I just want to do is get to all the places that I know have tin. So I can make up a huge batch. Actually, I don't need to make up a full batch of tin ingots because some of the tin I want to keep as raw tin. There are a couple of things that you need the raw ore for. I think there's a node here. This is a tin node right here. If I remember rightly. No, it's a tin node. The tin one's further around. Did I get all of that? I got most of that. The tin node is not in this chunk of rock. And then there's this guy here. See how much better the next tier of weapons are, because once I manage... Oh, we need to eat. Once I manage to get the tin hammer and the tin axe, either of those weapons can kill those skeletons in one hit. Okay. Don't think there was a node around this way. Oh, hang on, there is a node here. Oh, this might be the tin node. Yes, this is the tin node. There we go. Get rid of that guy. So then up here, there's some stuff in amongst all of that, those ruins there that we can have a look at, but none of it's really important for us at the moment, and yet if we come around this side here, there is this other coal node. Oh no, this is the tin node here, that's right. No, this was coal, sorry. Thought it was like coal. Starting to get good at telling the difference. But I think there's another tin node further along. Two skellies over here. Is that a node there? No. Let's get rid of these skellies. There we go. Pick up your stuff, pick up your stuff. Maybe it's another flint node up here. I think there's another skelly up here as well. What's that? Oh no, it's another coal node. That's right, coal right here. mushrooms, I don't need them. So that's all the nodes in and around this area here. I'll just get rid of the skelly, so... What I think I need to do, though, is come back over here to any old rock and get some more stone. I don't have any on me. I do have a little bit. So I just want to repair those so we don't have to worry about them too much. Okay. So if we come back around here, so our base is just over this way, over there. Right, because there's, you can see it's the dragon tower coming in over there on the right hand side. So if we come down over here, we'll be back at the beach, if you want to call it that. That's at the far side of our island. And I said the other day I wasn't sure on the directions. Over there is west, so this is east, and that's north there. So we're heading over to the east side of the island now. There's no other tin nodes over here that I recall. There is this little rocky outcrop here has a flint node on it, I think. Whatever type of node it is, it's not tin. Oh, maybe there's no nodes. Yeah, no, there's no nodes on this one. So, over here, on this side of the island, you may remember when we were here last time, there was a boat over here. See, there it is, with the hut further along down there that you can see. So there's really nothing along here that's no tin nodes anyway. We'll keep coming down. Nothing here to really get. I can break this down and get stones and other resources, but I don't want to. There's no nodes on this little rock here, unfortunately. And there's no tin nodes, I don't think, anywhere along here. That sort of looks like it's a tin node, but it's not. So that's a flint, I think. Flint or clay, whichever one, but I don't need either of those at the moment. And, so that one's clay. This one's flint. You can see flint have these little small clay deposits that go horizontal, and clay have the much larger clay deposits in the rock. Coal, the rocks for coal look all black. You can't see any other little coloured bits in. I'll show you the next time I see the coal. And the tin ones have little light grey, like rocks sticking out of the side of them. So we're not going to head into the tower. There is a couple of nodes around the tower. We're not going to head into there yet. We're going to do a full circumnavigation of the island. It takes a while, and I'm just walking and not running, so there's no significant nodes around this outcropping except for this ice here if you're going to be making up a bunch of potions or whatever. And yeah, so this rocky outcrop, this little hill that comes down from the tower there's no real nodes on it. It's a little bit of a rocky outcrop at the end here, but it's fine. It's just, as we can see here, that's flint. Got the dragon being a pain. There he goes, through the fog, through the mist. So this is some sort of, I think that's meant to be like a meteorite, and if you get too far in here, you get burnt. So, at least that's what you're used to. I haven't actually tried it recently. I don't think there's any nodes on this rock, if I remember rightly. But we'll just briefly come over here and double check. There are some skeletons around here, as you can see just there. But there were no nodes on that. So we'll take out these skellies. So the good thing about using two weapons is you just hold down like left and right mouse button. So right mouse button swings your left one and left mouse button swings your right one. Good work there, guys. But all you do is you hold down both of them and then you just move towards your opponent. And you know that, you know, you're going to get good swings in. You don't have to time things as much because, you know, you're just swinging. And you're going to start hitting stuff. Whereas if you're using the two-handed ones, you really have to time it right when you start your swing. This is about as close as I want to get to that. I think you used to... I shouldn't say used to be able to. I think you can mine it, but I'm not sure. So this here is, I'm pretty sure, a tin deposit. So if you look, there's this line across the middle here. See how it's got that greyish, brownish band in it? That's the tin. And of course, the other way that you can tell it's tin is when you're hitting it with something that takes more than one hit for it to break down and give you your resources. And so the other reason why I want a tin hammer is the tin hammer takes only 2 swings to break that down. Oh, and by the way, to pick things up, I'm just holding down or rapidly hitting E at the same time as I'm swinging with my mouse button. And that picks the item up as it drops out of the node. There's not going to be another node on this. There's only ever one node in anything. I don't recall there being another node up here. Actually, no, there might have been. I've got a feeling now that there was a second node close by somewhere. Let's see if we can see anything interesting up here. That's not a node. No. None of this is nodes. Is that? That's coal. Okay. Because there's no coloured rocks in any of the bands, there's a little bit of brown there. That's either coal or flint. That's flint, sorry. Yeah, none of that flint with that little clayish node in there. Yeah, I don't think there's any more nodes around here, so maybe it was somewhere else. I was thinking there was a couple of nodes close by together. So we'll head back down to this node. Oh no, that's the one we just did. Okay. More skellies down there. Let's just get them out of the way. I think this is a coal node here. Hang on a sec. That looks like a node right there, and it looks like a tin node. Yes. I knew there was 2 fairly close together. See him, but I can definitely hear him. Or her, actually. I'm not sure if it's a male or a female. Okay, this is coal. No coloured rocks in any of the horizontal or vertical seams. And generally just one hit to break it down. Some of them are double hits, but most of them are just singles. Down here, I don't think there's any nodes along here that I remember. Nothing here, no. So, this little area over here is the way to get to the second island. And what is interesting is that last time I played this game, there was nothing stopping you. There was actually a walkway straight where that block of ice is back there. There was actually just a bridge that goes across, and once you activate this thing here, those 2 components, you can then just basically walk across it. But yeah, you can't anymore. So it's back to being very similar to what it was when I played the times before that. So a couple of times ago, it's not even like 2 updates ago, there was probably lots of updates in between, but I didn't play it for a while. And at that stage you had to kill Kroll to get to the other island, and as soon as you teleported over to the other island, you got killed by the Grolls. There's really no nodes along here. I'm just going to walk around this way anyway. We're going to check these little rocks over here in a minute, but this wall that runs all the way along here doesn't have any nodes in it. We're just going to do a full circumnavigation of the island, and then we're going to come to a couple of places in the middle of the island, which we're also going to check for nodes. And by the time we're done, we should have a nice little stash of tin. Yeah, none of this has ore. Okay. So let's just see, what are we at the moment? We've got 14. That's another 4 ingots. Okay, we're pretty cold, so we're getting cold. See the red outline around the edge of the screen? It's because we're cold. This armour isn't giving us much protection, and it's the middle of the night. As long as we keep moving and we eat a little bit, we should be fine. I would keep my bow out, and I've got no problems doing that at the moment, but yeah, if I do need to mine, I've got to keep switching back and forth, which is sort of why I haven't been bothering with it too much. So this is mostly trees around this area. I can't remember if there's a node here, so we're just going to really quickly check it. There's nothing on this side. Oh, that's right. So all of these, there's a whole bunch of these along this beach. Wolf. And no, damn it, we didn't get a pelt. I really want a wolf pelt. So we need a few of those. No more ore. That's disappointing. Okay. So this is a pretty desolate section of beach along here. That's right, there's an apple and stuff along here. Leather strips. A worn stone spear, which I am going to throw in the water. Didn't really throw it in the water, but I don't want it. I could break up that dead body there, but I could read all of those as well. I'm not going to. It's not worth it. Pick up the cloth shards, but I don't need the bones from these guys. Although they are useful for patching kits, I guess. But when I'm hunting wolves later, I seem to get quite a few bones out of that as well. So you can use human or animal bones. Right, so that little area over there is the area where Kroll is. So we're not going to go back in there, at least. Here's the moon just there. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. I don't think Kroll appears until midnight when the moon's at its zenith, apex, however you want to consider it. Even with our food, we're getting a little bit cold at the moment though. It would be advantageous to head back, but there are some nodes, at least one tin node in here, and over in my little chat area that Lord Croller's near is the one from the start of the episode, so as long as we don't see that appear again, we're fine. Going to eat one more, and then I'll bring down a stack of deer meat. Okay. There's probably going to be a couple of skeletons in the area here somewhere. I think this is 10? Yep. I think there's one more over the other side somewhere. There's at least one lot of coal in here as well. Oh, a couple of the big boars in the area. Let's take them out. Getting hit on both sides. It's not working. That was really rather silly of me to do that. Oh, and my boots are a little bit damaged from all of that. So I'm not going to hang around for too long. I forgot those bulls come around here as well. And Lord Kroll's here. Let's get out of here. I think this one here... No, Kroll, no. Damn it, that's Kroll. Well, there's two Krolls. How can that be? Are they still coming after me? There's one. And there's a second one over there. Wow, that's a little bit bugged. He's still coming, damn him. Ready to face him yet. Okay. Back to our base. Especially not ready to face him now that there's two of him. Get our fire going and warm up a little bit. Gotta keep an eye back over there in case he keeps coming. Right. So we've made the studded leather tunic and we've got the studded leather gloves. To go for the studded leather boots we needed more tin rivets, I believe. So we've got those rivets there. We just need a few more. Probably going to need some leather. Patching kits in our inventory would be a good idea as well. What else are we going to need? Coal will take a little bit more. We need to repair the stone hammer. Leather boots need to be repaired. Probably a waste of effort to do that. Those do alright. Okay, so let's we wanted to make all tin rivets, didn't we? So let's make I think we need rings as well. If I remember rightly. So to make, we need to go to the crafting bench over here. To make the studded boots. There we go. So to make the fur arm guards, we just need the crafting table with everything else we need. Beautiful. Let's put those on. And now I want to make a couple more weapons. How many tin ingots can we make? I think I only need 2 for these. So let's see. Can we make now the tin axe and the tin hammer? We can. So let's do that. Tin hammer. Tin axe. Tin axe to replace that one. Tin hammer to replace that one. And we are good to go. Actually, I wonder if these are faster. Let's do the timing again. So, just a second. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, it's still 13. That's alright. They do enough damage. Is there anything else we needed to do here? No, I think I just need to put some stuff up now. I will need more tin at some point, because making the... what do I need? I'm going to do fur-lined boots. I need 1 tin ingot for that, and some more leather strips, so I should make up some leather strips. And I need 5 more rings and more leather strips and 2 more pelts and all that. So, I don't think I've got the tannin I need to make leather at the moment. Not on me anyway. It doesn't look like I've got the hides. See, oh no, I've got plenty of hides. Let's make... we needed 1 tin ingot. We needed more... oh, was it rivets or rings? I think it was rings I needed. Oh, what am I doing? Right there. And fur-lined chest guard. It was rings. Okay, so let's make tin ingots. Very good. Oh, I needed 1 more ingot, didn't I? Spare ingot, which I don't think I've got, unless there was one in here, was there? Nope. I don't think there was one over here either. There's the tannin that I need, but there's no ingots there either. Anything here I want to get rid of? No. Not in that one, but we'll merge those sinew together. Flint, stone. All good. those in there. We're going to cook that up. Bones. You can eat that apple in a soup. Patching kit. Okay, I'm going to chuck this and this in here as spares. Get enough pelts. I think I'm in a good position now. I probably could kill Krull like this, but I want to up this armor just a little bit more, and getting the fur is that next step. So let's make some more hide. Let's do 2 hides and convert those to strips. And once again, I think we'll get rid of all the stuff we don't really need in our pouch. I'll keep that on me, keep that, keep all of those, keep that, keep those, keep that. Stones are fine, I guess. Put this away, don't really need it. Keep that. Small coal. We've got more bags than we really need, actually. I'm gonna put that bag away. Don't need it. Go and see what we've got over here in the way of foxes. Oh, not foxes, wolves. Why would I call them foxes? So I think I need 4 pelts. But you will be surprised at how much effort it's going to take to get those 4 pelts. Because seriously, it's not just kill 4 wolves. It should be, but it won't be. Because they don't always drop a pelt. In fact, when I was doing this this morning really, a little bit last night, a little bit this morning. It was this morning that I was going after wolves. I must have killed at least 20 wolves. Get the pelts that I wanted. Just a matter of walking along here and keeping an eye out left and right for any wolves. We'll come over here. There's a wolf over here, and we'll mine this node for more tin. There's another node, because that's the tower there, there's another node in through here as well, I think. I'm not going to worry about it right now, though. We don't really need much more in the way of tin. Not immediately, anyway. As I said, I do want to make... Hey, there's a pelt. Beautiful. I do eventually want to make a... keep an eye out for the big bulls as well, because they spawn around this area. So I could get attacked by them while I'm mining. I am going to need tin to make a full set of tin armor at some point, because as I said, if I want to go to the higher grades of armor, you need to start from tin and then upgrade the tin to copper, and then from the copper to steel, and then the steel to whatever. Silver, I think it is now, silver to gold. made a liar of by the fact that I've just killed 2 wolves and got 2 pelts. Although I will say that there was a time this morning when the same thing happened. And I did get a couple of pelts for a very short amount of time. None from him. A couple more wolves up here. If I spend long enough here, the spirit wolf's going to come out and attack. Only at night, though, is what I mean. Get any more pelts from that one? I'm going to put that up there so I can see it easier. There's another wolf over here, I think it was. Where was he? Thought there was another one. Here he is. No more pelts from there. Actually, I think there's another node up here. Somewhere. Maybe around this side. Actually, now that I think about it, no, there isn't. Over here, maybe. This in here is the statue to this wolf spirit. Can't remember if I was here last time or not. But we've been there now. I think the node I'm thinking of is over here. No, I guess not. That's not a node. That's not a node. No nodes along here. Yeah, no, I was wrong. There are no nodes there. Thankfully there's also no full damage. Okay, another wolf here. Start swinging, ready for me. Some bull just run away from me, I don't worry about him. Three, I just need one more pelt. Wolfie, where are ya? There's one. And there's another one back over there as well. No pelts. Just double check. Come over here. I think there's some nodes around here somewhere. Actually, if I'm not right, it's all the way over here. This here is a coal. This is the tin hole. the nodes that we came to when we walked around that side of the island. We came up here and we got this one here, and we got that little one there, and then we went back around that way. If you can follow me, which you might not be able to. Oh, another tin. Yes, 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 I can hear you up there. Thank you very much. Plankage. That's right. Frost fern. Not easy to say. I think there's another node, a couple of notices around here somewhere as well. Got another node there. No, just that colour through it makes it look like it would probably normally be a node, but wolf. I don't know if I'm actually getting hit. Durability, I think, is going down a little bit on some of these, but, you know, my health's gone down a little bit from the cold, but I don't know if I'm actually getting hit by these wolves as well. Come on, one more pelt, guys. Just one more pelt. More pigs over there, which I don't care about, so I'm going to leave them alone. Wolf up here. One thing I haven't seen in this playthrough is the wolves come down out of this sort of valley, really. Because, you know, my hut is just over through those trees in that direction. And I used to see them come down that slope there towards the water, and that's the beach over there where my hut is. They used to come down amongst, you know, they'd be outside your hut sometimes. But in this playthrough, I haven't seen them come in that direction at all. So, I don't know if there's some reason why they don't anymore, or what. And one thing I would really love to see in this game, well, there's a few things, but it would be groovy in this game. Strange word, groovy, but I'll leave that for another time. It would be interesting in this game if these wolves are sort of calmly walking, and they make it look like they're stalking prey. It would be good to see them actually sprint off after things like the boars or deer. Rather than just stalking and doing nothing. It would be good to see some sort of actual interaction like that. Here. The other thing I think they need in this game is at least multiple types of arrow, if not multiple types of bow. There's our fourth one. Okay, so we'll head back to camp now. Yeah, there needs to be multiple types of arrow, and I'll show you when I get back to camp. I'll go through the recipes. You know, you go from flint to, you go from, well, stone, it's flint hatchets, but you go from stone to tin to copper to iron to silver to gold with the weapons. I think you should be able to do the same with arrows, so that your arrows do more damage, because at the moment the arrows are only good for hunting small game early on in the game, and that's it. I can take out a wolf with 3 arrows, sure, or sometimes 4, depending. But I can't take out the spirit wolf, whatever its name was, Ryanth or something, and I can't take out Krull. You do so little damage to Krull with arrows, it's not worth it. I think I just need the crafting table to do this. No, I might need the forge. Let's have a look. Fur chest guard. Crafting. Ah. Did I put the rings away? I must have. And I need to do the fur boots and the fur chest. So, there's my rings. Did I put away anything else I need? I don't think so. Almost filled up that storage too. There is a trash can in the game, but I've never got it to work, so I'm going to try that. So fur chest guard, craft. Now why can't we do the fur boots? What's wrong with them? Fur-lined boots, because we need the one tin ingot, which I thought I made up already. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Let's see. Did we chuck a tin ingot down in here? No, we didn't. So let's just make up a tin ingot right now. Ingot tin craft. Come over here. Why is it not ready to do my boots? Where are they? Fur-lined boots. They have to be made at the forge. Of course they do. Why make it easy and do all the things in the same spot? Fur-lined boots. Craft. And there we go. We are now wearing all the fur. So, these do damage reduction of 7 and warmth of 11. Damage reduction of 5 and warmth of 10, and damage reduction of 15 and warmth of 32. So we're going to be very, very warm compared to what we were previously, which of course is good. Okay, let's put a lot of this stuff away, because when we go to fight Krull and the wolf, we don't need any of this. You know what? I really need to make chest. I can't believe I'm saying this already. What else do I need? Or am I just doing it in the wrong spot? Really? I need 1 tin ore, which I put away in this chest. I thought I could pick that up. Okay, maybe I can't. Let's put down our second chest here. For some reason they orientate themselves in that direction. Cloth shreds, we don't need to keep the nails with us, we don't need to keep the leather strips with us. Keep the whetstone, keep the basic bandages. Keep the patching kit. I need to make a repair hammer, I think. So let's have a look at that. What does it take to repair this? Patching kit and leather, patching kit and leather, patching kit and leather. It's only the helmet that requires a repair hammer. So that means I probably should take those leather strips back. I probably need to make a couple more, a few more actually. Let's keep the flint as well. We're not going to need coal, so let's take that, put it away. We're going to keep that on us briefly. We're going to cook up that meat. Animal bones we've got elsewhere, that we've got elsewhere. Salt we've got elsewhere. So let's see now. Fresh water. Frost fern. Salt. that everything? Okay. Yep. Okay. Guess we didn't really need this other chest. I can't pick this one up. I guess I can't pick it up. Because there's stuff in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything out of it. Some of the stuff we have in our bag in the other chests anyway. Can I pick it up now? Yes. Except it doesn't like... I can't put it in another bag. So let's find a free spot. We get that down there into that bag and now I can pick it up. What I might do is put this box, this one over here. It's a bit wimpy. Can't fit much stuff in it. Let's go back and see. Not willing to chuck that there. Gonna chuck that there. That potion will keep. I'd love to get rid of that savage stick. In fact, I'm going to put that savage stick in that other chest because I'm not going to use it ever. Let's put those nails in there. That's the entire thing, isn't it? So we're full here now, but we're going to see if there's anything that's already in here, like the sticks. Although I briefly need to get this out with some stone to make repair hammers. Is there anything in that bag? No. Can I make... What do you mean? I got wooden sticks. I got a whole pile of them right there. I think I've got to do them over here at the... repair hammer. I did put the tin away. Silly me. Can't make it without having to forge. Okay. Repair hammer. Done. Okay. Put the iron away. Put the sticks away. Let's take those three and put them in the other bag. For now, I'm going to put that there. Let's take this tannin for a minute and make up a couple more. Leather hides, and then lots of strips. Right, all good. So, actually, keep that down there. What can I put in here amongst this stuff? That's one patching kit. I'm actually tempted to take that bag and put it in there as well, because there was nothing in it. Okay, we've got logs, bones, we've got flesh, we've got those, we've got those, we've got potions, clay, rotting meat, we've got some clay, so we've got to be careful. Remember to pick it up. Okay, what's that? Bone and then soul. Soul. Bone. Skulls. Too lots of bark in here, it's a bit here. We'll put in our Tannin. Elixir of power. Another repair hammer. Let's put in these. Don't need to carry those around. I do need to make more patching kits. So cloth shreds, and I need bones. Said I've got that clay, didn't I? Clay there. So I've got this meat. And look at all this water. We are set for wolf meat. Actually, a fair bit of boar as well, and some deer. I don't need to carry those stones with me, because I don't even have anything stone to repair. The only thing I still want to do, though, is get some more arrows. It'll be worthwhile spending some time to do that. Might as well take that stack of human and make the patching kits. Let's gather up some more of this, all of this basically. Looks like you've been dropped there. Oh, we need to eat. Right. Let's make up. Now, did we have any leftover cloth? We didn't. I'm going to take all of those bones as well, so I'm just going to make up a truckload of patching kits at the moment. And with that and that, I can make a few more bandages and frost bandages. Do we have anything else there that's useful? No. Okay. What do we want in patch kits? Okay, so we've got 11 patching kits. Crafting table to make the frost bandages. They're different from the Savage bandages. Health 25 stops bleeding, health 50 stops bleeding. So I need to use those up first, and then those. These only do 15, which is why in the long run it's better to convert them into these. Okay. didn't have any more. Got some more decayed flesh there. Not going to worry about it at this point though. Not using it for anything, and I can always pick it up there if I need to. Okay, so let's chuck that and that and that in there. Let's chuck that in there for now. We've got those bandages, we've got those shreds, we've got that, we've got that, we've got that. And I didn't need this. And we are all good. I'm going to get some more flint for arrows, but now that night is falling, I can go and get Kroll and the wolf, whatever its name is. Why can't I remember its name? I want some more, yeah, might as well get some more tin. See, 2 hits from the hammer to get tin rather than the 3 or 4 it used to take with the stone hammer. So that's good. Here's the flint here. Good. So there used to be all on the ground here somewhere too, but it looks like it doesn't respawn as often as the other stuff does. Pretty sure that's the only... Oh no, there's flint over here. I think right here is flint as well. Yep. Because that one's clay, that one there is clay, and there's one right there is coal. I've got plenty of coal. Right. How much? 17. I really need a few more flint. I don't think I've actually read it yet. Not that you get anything for reading it, but let's chop down a couple more trees. You used to be able to make arrows from sticks, branches, or whatever they're called. But you can't anymore, and it's really strange because about the only thing that you need branches for anymore is that repair hammer. Oh, and to make the snares for the rabbits. So, you know, we get... Where are they? No. I think normally you get a couple of sticks. Well, maybe not out of these. When you cut down the smaller bushes, you get sticks. Or branches, whatever they're called. Like this. Yeah. Wooden stick. You can't use that to make arrows anymore. Yeah, if you're being realistic, you certainly wouldn't use a stick that looked like that to make an arrow, but at the moment the sticks aren't used for very much at all, so it's a bit sad. Here, I think, will do me. This one here, and then I'll head over to my left, to the north, because that's where the spirit will appear. We'll see if we can't take out the spirit wolf. Get all these logs and everything we did. So the spirit wolf appears over here, where this blue glowing light is. Appears somewhere in this region. And like it does when it says Lord Cruel is near, it says something about the spirit. Seen it appear in several different places in the region. In fact, I even saw it appear down over there a little bit. Here we go. Rhizanth emerges from the spirit realm. And there it is, right there. Let's repair the hammer and the axe. I'm going to get rid of this wolf. See, I can take on a wolf like this with a few arrows if I'm going to lose them. There's no sense taking on this wolf with arrows. See, I'm doing some damage here. Just spinning around in circles. And he really is not me and attack me. Same sort of tactic works for even control. He's getting a few at the moment, but pretty close. Thankfully, none of the other wolves joined in the battle. So we get this Rune of Sorrow. That's the main thing we need to get out of that. Yeah. Keep an eye out, make sure nothing else is going to come. My arrows that missed that first wolf. Okay, so the question now is whether it's worthwhile heading over the hill here and going straight for Lord Kroll or waiting for tomorrow. And you know what? I'm not inclined to wait at the moment. I think I'm going to just keep an eye on things, eat a little bit. That's going to get my health back to full. My weapons are looking pretty good. I don't have anything bleeding or anything like that. There's no indicators that any of my armor is severely damaged. You know, there's a little bit of stuff on the armor, but it's fine. I don't need to repair it or anything at this point. It would show me down in the bottom right if my armor was in really bad shape. So my only concern about coming over here is seeing the multiple Lord Krolls again. And I tell you what, if that happens, I am running and probably going to destroy this save and start all over again, because one Lord Kroll is hard, two is worse, and I tell you what, if we end up with three, I will be extremely annoyed. More afraid than annoyed, really. So, no sign of a Lord Kroll here at the moment. Big old door. That's all good. Another big old door over here. I want to clear these guys out before Lord Kroll comes. While I can respawn, of course. Just going to do my best to kill them off. I'm just doing a bit of a circle around and make sure there's nothing hidden around here. There'll be the odd skeleton, but they're easy to take care of. It's a concern that there's another Lord Cruel just hanging around. See, one hit, you'll have noticed. It's my concern that there's a Lord Cruel just sort of hanging around in the bushes somehow that it doesn't tell you about, and then when the other one comes out, so does this, so does the one that's hiding. I don't know. It just seemed strange. There was a boar over here, let's take it out. So yeah, there's no sign of Cruel at all, which is good. So hopefully when it says that he appears, we only get the one of them this time, not the two. Because there's not much chance I can survive against two. And if it turns out that there's three, because I've been here 3 times on the night, then that's a major bug which we will report to the developers, because there ain't no way we're going to be able to survive that. If, as I've said in the past, if bows could have different types of arrows that could do different types of damage, that would be good. I've actually wondered whether coming into a broken down building like this, particularly one this size, would help you against Lord Cruel, and whether he would not be able to get in, and you could then sit back there and maybe pepper him with arrows, which you'd need a lot, or you could come close to the entrance where you could hit him and he might not be able to hit you. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, for now, we're just going to get rid of the boars and any normal skeletons that we see in the area, just so that once Cruel does appear, and if there's only one of them, we don't have to worry about getting mobbed. Arrows from last time. This bush just looks so weird from back there, so I'm going to have to get rid of it, just so that it no longer bugs me. So it looks like, I don't know, it was looking like some sort of eldritch portal. Another damn boar. And you watch, I'll be right in the middle of killing this boar and... So, maybe not. My theory is correct along the wild. I don't think it's until midnight when the moon's directly above that he appears. I'm just concerned that all of the boars and skeletons that I'm taking out while I'm waiting are going to degrade my weapons. There's Cruel now. I only see one of him at the moment, and I'm hoping that's all I'm going to see. Let's do this. So, that worked way, way better than last time, as we can see. Ooh, I didn't get that executioner's hat last time. I did get a tin hammer, but I don't need it. What's that? Oh, some sinew. Okay, let's get rid of the skeleton and let's get out of here. Dokie. So I'm going to go back to camp. I'm going to have a look at all of my gear. It might be worthwhile going and getting some more tin, just to be sure Because I really need to, I feel I need to make a full set of tin armour. My weapons are fine for now. Between the tin axe and the tin hammer, everything I need there. But we've now got the two things that we need to open up the portal to go to the next island. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this stream. I might leave that to another time. But, yeah. That is an accomplishment. Because I tell you what, this is basically the strategy I did when I played this several months ago. And I couldn't kill Kroll. Even doing that same thing of swinging around him and all that stuff, you just couldn't do it. He was too strong, he was too quick. And I even tried setting up some of these traps up there. Under here, there's a whole bunch of spike board traps, tension skewer trap, the spike trap. I think I built one of each of those. And I have them positioned up there where Kroll appears, out in the open, and I stood there so that he had to come through traps to get to me, and he would run right through them and nothing would happen. It just wasn't very, very nice. And so it just got too hard, that's why I stopped playing. And the time before that, when I was able to defeat Kroll and go over to the other island through the portal that we talked about over there, over on the east side of the island, you get on the other side, and the first thing that happened over there was you get mobbed by these little ghouly things that run around on all fours, and you get killed within a couple of seconds. So I'm just hoping that that sort of thing doesn't happen again. Did I have enough here to make more arrows? Yes. Beautiful. 42 arrows. I think we're good for arrows now. I really do. I don't think I'm going to be too concerned about getting more arrows. I think I do want to get some more tin to make another full set of armor. Now, this thing here, what is this? Damage reduction 4, encumbrance -1, warmth 5. Damage reduction 5, encumbrance 4, warmth 1. So technically, while it doesn't protect as well, it's a bit warmer. So we might just keep that. And that's a studded leather tunic, which is part of what we needed to build this. So we don't really need this. We're probably going to just store that, maybe even throw it away. And we've got a spare tin hammer, which again we don't need. Although, I have done this in the past as well. Because mining with two hammers like this goes very quickly as well. It's actually not that quicker than doing it this way. It seems pretty fun. What can we throw away in here? Let's have a couple of more minor hull potions. We had some cloth strips there. We had the bone dust. We had more tree nuts. Rotting meat. We don't have a slot in here for human bones anymore. We're going to take the animal bones out and put the human bones in. Got some more berries. Got some more soul remains of animal bones. Got some more sticks that we never use. Keep the logs, keep that, keep all of that. Don't need the bark, but don't have anywhere to put it. Still got a significant stack of that. So let's drop that in there. We've got more animal skins that we don't really need. And more than we can carry in one stack. animal bones. And we've got sinew and strong sinew in case we need to make anything. We don't need that, we don't need that, and we don't need that for the moment. So, much more productive stream this time. And I think that is going to be it for this stream. I might just come back into the house and let's close the door. And I want to thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.